Hey guys, Lou here from LT's Custom Woodworks. Welcome to the shop. Another day, another dollar. Today I'm getting started on a bench that a customer had sent me a link to on YouTube that she had seen it, or he had seen it on YouTube. And she sent me a link to his site. It's called Wood Nerds. Check it out. I'll leave a description below on his YouTube channel. And he wants a bench built to the same way that he had built his, with the bottom drawers hidden underneath. You pull it down, it slides out. In the closed position, you don't even know it's there. So I started off his bench. The length of his bench is 64.5 long and it's 20 inches deep. I've got two 2x4s here cut to that length. I'm going to get started on the sides, and then we're going to start building the drawers. There's either going to be 2 or 3 drawers in here. I might do 3. I'm going to lay it out and see how it looks. It doesn't matter to him. He either wanted 2 or 3, so we'll see how it goes from there. But I will start cutting my sides and then get started on the drawers. So what I've decided to go here is 3 drawers. And then 1 at the end, so it's 1, 2, and 3. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut some plywood, some 1x4s, or plywood. I'm going to see what I got there, for all 3 of these. And I'm going to show you how this is going to work with the drawers that are going to be pulled down and pulled out. Now there is some gas props that are going to go on these as well. There's going to be 3 of them. But I'm going to start with the drawers before I screw any of these together. There's I got to drill some holes for some bolts, but I need my 1x4s or my plywood. I'll see what I got here in stock, and that's what I will use. Again, that's all going to be hidden, and this will be painted white. So the drawers, I'm going to make them out of either Baltic birch plywood or pine. I got to see what I got there, and I will edge band the top and then go from there. So I'm going to start with the 1x4s that are going to be one on this side, and I'll show you once I cut them up. I'll bring the camera in closer so you can see what's going on here. Okay, so I got my 2x4s across. These are not nailed in yet or screwed in. That's going to be done at a later time. I have my 1x4s here. Now the way this is cut smaller than this, okay? I made it a little bit smaller. These are going to be swing arms. So your drawer is going to swing, but it's going to swing downwards, and then it's going to pull out the drawer. Now I made, for the end, you're going to have just these 2 together. The middle ones, you're going to sandwich these together like that. But before I do any of that, I'm going to cut these. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take just a roll of tape, even is fine. Even it out at the end. And I'm going to cut that out, and I'm going to do that to all of them, but only on one end only. Then I'll drill a hole for the bolt to fit through, and that's going to be my swing arm. And I will do that to all of them. Now that I got these clamped down, I can take a palm sander and sand them all so they're all identical. Now that these are all sanded down, I'm going to start marking for my holes to be drilled. And I'm going to mark each individual one on where they're going. So I'm drilling a hole for the washer and the top of this head to countersink. So what I did was I measured 1.5 inches down, and then I centered it 3.5 to 1 3/4, and we're ready to rock and roll. And that is good. So I did that for the end pieces. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of the ends, take one of these, and I'm going to clamp them down together. Now I'm just going to leave about 1/4 inch from this end here. I'm going to pull it down 3/4 inch, or 1/4 inch, sorry. I don't know if you can see that. That gives it enough for when this swings, it's not going to rub up against the backboard. I'm going to clamp these together. And I'm going to drill this hole for my bolt. I'm going to drill this hole for my bolt to fit through. Now that I have all these drilled out, I can start to put some of these together. Just roughly, it's not marked in stone. I do need smaller bolts because I have a double washer just to tighten it up. For now, I'll get, I think these bolts that I have in here are 3 inches. 2.5 would be perfect. So I will switch those out to 2.5. So this is the one side. And then we can do our end one. So what I've done here is for the end, I ran a bolt with a washer. Like I said, I got 2 washers on here. It should only have 1. 2's not going to hurt, but the bolt is a little too long. It's a 3 inch. I should have got a 2.5. But 2 is not going to hurt on this. I bolted that together so it gives it this swing. The 2 middle ones, I got the bolt. I didn't countersink the bolt, no need to. I got the bolt, the washer, through this piece, the 2x4. On this side, I got the washer and the nut, and these both swing. So basically, there's going to be a drawer that's going to sit inside here, or I can even show you on this in the middle. You can see it better in the camera. A drawer is going to sit inside here. This is going to open up like that, and then it's going to slide outwards. It's going to slide outwards. So there's going to be drawer slides in the middle, the 2 ends with the drawers. Now that these are kind of mocked up, I'm still not going to secure this in place yet. I am going to start making my drawer boxes. I had made a mark where the drawer slide is going to go. What I ended up doing is where the center hole, I don't know if you can see that, where the center hole is here, that's where I made my mark. So I just line that line to the center of those holes and screw the drawer slide down. Once I get these drawer slides in place, then I can measure how big the drawer boxes are going to be. Once I get everything centered out. Now that I have this all marked out, everything's all ready to go, I'm going to measure. I'm going to make the drawers 3 1/4 inches, because this is 3 1/2. I can make it 3 3/8. I'll make it 3 3/8. And the first cut for width-wise is going to be 16 1/2 inches. I got to cut 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them, 16 1/2 inches by 3 3/8 deep. Now that I got the front and back put in, just roughly, I measured on the sides that I need, and they're 12 inches. And I'm going to cut 2, 4, 6 of them. Now that I got all these cut, before I assemble anything, I'm going to put a dado in the bottom for the plywood. And before I put anything together, I'm going to edge band each piece at the top before I pin these together or put the bottom in as well. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to edge band all these first, sand them down, edge band them, and then cut the dados in for the bottom plywood. Now when I cut this, I use the edge of the file. That's what I use to cut the banding. Then I just use some sandpaper. It doesn't matter what grit it is. I use the 60 grit, but you can use 40, 100, it doesn't matter. And I just sand it at a 5-degree angle. You can even use a audible sander for that case. You just got to be careful you don't cut into the plywood or over sand. Now that I have all these edge band, I'm going to cut a dado. And I'm going to be using a 1/4 inch plywood, maybe a little less, 3/16. I'm not sure. I'm going to see what I have for stock, but I'm going to cut a dado for my bottom plywood, and I'm going to do that to all the pieces, and then I can start assembling the boxes, and then I can start securing these into place. Okay, so I did my first cut on this one here, and I did it to all of them. Then I snuck my fence over, did my second cut and tested it, and it fits perfect. So now I'm going to cut them all the same. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start putting this together. Now I'm not going to glue the panel. I'm just going to glue the sides, the front. I never glue the panel because you ever have to take it off or anything, and you need for moisture and movement, so on and so forth. So pin it in place, and I'll do that all the way around. One down, two more to go. So basically, before I secure these to this 2x4, I just pulled them out. I evened off the drawer slides, and I'm going to screw everything down first. Once I have all three drawers in place, then I will line up the 2x4s and screw them into place. So now, basically, I'm just going to drive two screws where the 2x4 is all the way down. I'll start off with the two ends. And then the last remaining in the middle. Up against. Looking good. I will start with the two end pieces. Okay, now that I got that part done, so basically these move. So when this is suspended, this is the seat. When this is suspended, these drawers drop down. So you pull them from the bottom, pull them down, and then they slide out. And that's that. I gotta put props on these yet, but that is not until I gotta make the top. I gotta order the tops in, but I can start putting my braces on the bottom. I will flip this around and so I'm just gonna kick these back. And this is the front. I'm going to kick it back 3.5 inches. And I'm going to screw it to these arms. And you'll see what I mean once I lift it up, and I'll show you. It keeps these boxes sturdy. And that is nice. I will do the same thing to the others. So I ended up getting my props today. I picked up 3 of them. These are 10 inches. And I'm just going to center it. And it comes with all the hardware that you need. I'm going to center it. I'm going to screw this side down with the provided screws. I'll screw this down with the provided screws. I'll give that a try. I might have to move this down more, don't know yet. But I'll screw it into place and then see what happens from there, and just try it out. Just trial and error, basically. Trial and error. That is absolutely fantastic. Bingo bango, Bob's your uncle, Christine's your aunt, Bill's your sister. I will do the same thing to the other 2. Then I'm going to flip it over. I'll make the top. Once the top is done, I will take all the drawers out. I'm going to drill some pocket holes into the frame, and that's what's going to secure the seat down. Then it will get caulked all the way around, and the painters can come in and spray it and do whatever they need to do. So I'm going to use a 3/4 inch bull nose on the edge of this seat, and then there's going to be another one coming down. I'm going to glue and pin that, and then I will cut the end off after it's all pinned in place. So I'm just going to spread this glue with my finger. I'm only going to glue the one side for now. Perfect. So I cut a piece of 4-inch Baltic birch plywood, 3/4 inch, 4 inches wide. I'm going to glue the top. I'll hold it in place and pin it down. This is with the top on. It's not secured down yet. I'm going to install this on the wall first. And it's basically fitting inside a U-shaped area. Now there's drawers underneath. I still got the little handles to put on, but these pull down and these slide out. And there's 3 of them. And they tuck back up underneath. And that is it. This is complete, ready to be installed, and then the guy who's doing the millwork is going to be spraying this. So now it's just pretty much installation. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out any upcoming videos, and I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.